Alrighty, welcome to Fire Walk with Us, a Twin Peaks podcast. This week we're talking about the episode Variations on Relations. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And Justin.
And we just spent a good 5 minutes trying to figure out what the title of this episode was.
Yeah,
For some reason.
Because it was either on or and conflicting sources. Anyway, let's get into the plot synopsis. Cooper, Truman, and the deputies find new markings discovered by Wyndham Earle in the form of a large map-like petroglyph in Owl Cave. Meanwhile, Wyndham Earle picks up a heavy metal roadie, we'll say, where he confides his intentions to find the mysterious Black Lodge, and then kills him and puts him in a papier-mâché chess pawn.
That's kind of jumping a lot, but yeah, as it is, basically.
Happens kind of mid-late episode.
Leo begins to show disillusionment to Earle over his methods, but is held in check.
Yeah.
Catherine shows Pete and Truman the mysterious box left behind by Thomas Eckhart, and upon opening it, reveals another box inside. As the town prepares for the annual Miss Twin Peaks beauty pageant, the cunning Lana Budding Milford enters as a contestant and persuades the elderly and senile Mayor Milford, who's one of the judges, to vote in her favor. Elsewhere, Cooper continues dating Annie, unaware that Wyndham Earle knows about their newfound romance. Cooper finally learns about the love poem that Shelley, Donna, and Audrey received from Wyndham Earle, and correctly concludes that Leo is also working for Earle. Gordon Cole goes on a date with Shelley and kisses her goodbye as he leaves Twin Peaks. Bobby sees this. Dick Tremaine hosts a wine-tasting fundraiser at the Great North for Ben's opposition to Catherine's development plans for the Ghostwood Estates. Donna continues to investigate her parents' past, which may involve Ben Horne somehow. With Audrey out of town, Wheeler confides in Cooper about his feelings for Audrey and tells Ben that he must leave for Brazil to take over his partner's business.
Yeah.
So what did y'all learn about Twin Peaks in this episode?
Well, firstly, I feel mildly sorry for the roadie that Wyndham picked up.
He just wanted booze. He was promised booze and partying.
I was promised
and
beer.
stuff.
I was promised beer and drugs.
And you figured that after the first little bit that Window didn't give him what he wanted, he would have left. But no, he just stuck around.
And even got himself stuck in, or well, not stuck, but like wrapped up in like a paper mache thing.
Yeah, the pawn, yeah.
The thing.
So they discover that Wyndham was in Owl Cave, and they discover the large petroglyph.
Yes.
The map.
He also has a visit discussion with Leo and the roadie that his sort of thoughts and ideals of the White and Black Lodge.
Yes. We learn that the White Lodge is a place of happiness. Utterly, utterly disgusting, despicable, horrible happiness.
Well, happiness within the sense of not true happiness. Again, I can't remember the specific points, but it kind of heads into the occult and there's sort of particular stuff that can be said about those sorts of things.
And then we learn that the Black Lodge is full of power and darkness.
Well, darkness within the sense of if you're not strong enough, you're going to be eaten alive.
Well, we don't know what they mean by that.
Well, you can be eaten alive in the White Lodge.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
Bleh.
Wyndham intends to find the Black Lodge. But
Yeah,
for what
so-
purpose?
Yeah, so that's a thing.
We don't know why, and we don't really know how he knows about it. We know he worked on Project Blue Book,
Bleh.
but we don't know really know how he knows about the lodge and what it is.
And what he plans to do with it.
Yeah.
What he's expecting. Like, there's the discussion of power, but I'm questioning what kind of power he's in the hunt for.
Well, I hope it's the power to stop Pete from reading his emo poetry. Because that's the next scene.
Yeah.
I didn't write down the poem because I just wouldn't. But yeah, Pete reads some really emo poetry that apparently he wrote.
He's still a little sad that Josie died.
Yes.
Or something.
Nah, mostly just about Josie. And them flowers blooming.
Anytime that Cooper and Annie are on screen together, it's just great.
It's so cute.
It's great.
And Wyndham's just watching in the background. because
He's such a creeper.
yeah.
Yeah, just
How did they not notice him? He's in like this ridiculous
Well, he's also
woodsman getup.
he's also a fair distance away if the binocular vision and sort of the comprehensible spacing of things is to be believed.
I don't think it has anything to do with coffee.
Does Cooper have the feeling that he's ever being watched by someone? Ever?
Cooper does not have the greatest. He is not great at sensing things around him, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he's even been in the Roadhouse Diner or whatever place.
Yeah.
Like, sitting pretty much across from him.
Yeah. Yeah, Cooper's not necessarily the most observant all the time.
Yeah.
I see that.
We find out that the poem that Wyndham sent out was the one that Cooper sent to Wyndham's wife.
Yes.
Has had a dream or has seen this petroglyph before, after he corrects Andy, who misdrew a line on the chalkboard.
Yeah. He does his best, but yeah, not the best memory of that sort of stuff.
Oh yes, this is where they discover that Leo and Wyndham are working together, and we find out that Dick is holding a wine tasting, and I just love that he has the bandage on his nose from where he got bitten.
Yeah.
Gotta cover those sorts of things.
And every time
every time he takes a sip,
it gets more and more
red.
stained.
Yeah.
And it's just great. Oh yes, Ben has another pocket carrot.
Okay.
I think Ben always has pocket carrots at the moment.
Leo makes a crucial mistake in saying no to Wyndham.
Well,
Yeah,
no, within the sense of, no.
Catch me an arrow! No! And he's starting to just try and rebel against Wyndham, but nope, you can't.
He gets smacked down back into his place.
Yeah.
Well, more so shot caller, but still.
The result is the same.
You can't kill this random roadie. Yeah, I can.
The Miss Twin Peaks committee meets, and we find out that Bobby is going to be Shelley's speechwriter. And this can
could-
only lead to good things.
Oh, they lead to good things. Oh, dear goodness, I'm so sorry for Shelley.
Yeah, I can't wait to see his speech. That'll be priceless. Catherine and Truman have a chat about Josie, and they open that box, and another box comes out with symbols all over it.
The puzzle box.
Looks
Inside that
like
box.
it has different faces of the moon or something.
Yeah.
Well, phases of the moon with little symbols around it, so kind of a decoder sort of ring from the looks of it.
It could be. It could be something else.
Nah, true.
Cooper and Annie are on a boat having a chat, and it's just so good.
He's all cook.
I could just watch an hour of them having these awkward conversations, and it's... yes, Dick has his wine tasting, and Andy is so clueless, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
also a decent line that decided to come up from this section. I can't remember exactly what Dick was saying with it, but how is it that you tell the certain aroma of this wine, and the one name still escapes me for her, but she says, by smelling.
Oh, yes. Lana. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wyndham watches Cooper and Annie. Shelley, Gordon, Cooper, and Annie have pie at the Double R Diner. In another scene that is just... perfect.
Just wonderful cases of talking normally to a typical person, and then
And
shouting
Gordon's just yelling like, "What was that, Goop?"
about as much as I yell from the mic.
Well...
Oh, look right here. I'll kiss her again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bobby always has the best timing for coming in.
Bobby is amazing. I love. There's a scene where they're at the wine tasting and they're Dick's leading it, and Lucy spits wine at Dick, saying she can't drink because she's pregnant, and it's
Yep.
just priceless.
It is, actually.
Because the way she spits it, it's like this long, like thin stream.
Yeah.
It's not just one big. It's hilarious.
Well, Dick is kind of being a dick with.
Well, it's almost like they named him that intentionally.
Kinda.
A little bit.
Cooper and John Justice Wheeler have a fireside chat.
Yes.
And John Justice Wheeler goes to check out, and my hopes of a spin-off starring him in an 18-wheeler roaming Middle America fighting crime are slowly evaporating.
Sadness.
Come on, it could be called Wheels of Justice. He'd have a shotgun in the door, and it would be perfect.
I don't think he's that kind of guy.
Yes, he is in my mind. Donna and her parents have an awkward conversation at dinner.
She's getting very cold. Just the fact that
Yeah.
She just needs to kind of go up and to be, okay, please drop the silliness. Tell me what the heck is going on.
Something going on there with Ben.
Yeah.
Cooper pulls up to a crime scene at the gazebo. And we discover a giant pawn in a box.
Yes.
And it says pull me.
Yes, it does.
Not an obvious trap or anything.
The box falls away, the pawn is revealed, and there's a note saying next time it will be someone you know.
And there's that dead roadie that
Yeah.
Wyndham killed.
Yes.
Alrighty, so what did y'all learn about Twin Peaks in this episode?
Wyndham's getting serious with his plans now.
Wyndham is getting serious.
Yes. Also, was Mike bragging about Nadine?
No, Mike was
Mike-
bragging about Nadine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of left nicely up for your interpretations. To see
No,
how it sort of
they
goes.
make it quite clear.
Yeah.
Well, exactly what he says isn't,
Explicitly said, but
but it's yeah.
It's implied.
yeah.
Yeah, there's yeah. Okay, so Dave, did you learn anything in this episode?
The map's supposedly going to be important, and
Well-
fire means a thing.
Well, yeah. Every few times it transitions, it does like some weird transition into another scene.
Oh, the gentleman wearing the black hoodie thing.
Something like that. I don't really remember, but it also looks at the map or something. I don't really remember how the transition went.
It's got to be a new character we'll be supposedly beating. We'll have to see, I'm sure.
Yes, you will. Do either of you have any questions for me? And you can't ask what the petroglyph means or anything like that, because that's too much of a spoiler.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? That's too much of a spoiler.
Damn it!
I think my question for that is, how many more boxes do they need to go through? Because first box is easy enough, just drop it off.
They just
Oh, it's
dropped
fine.
it.
I don't think there's another. I don't remember 100%, but I think there's only the 2 boxes.
Okay.
Oh, if only there were 2 more boxes. Could have made the joke for that movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, any other questions for me?
We're gonna see what's inside the box?
Yes.
Okay.
We will find out what is in the box.
And it'll be important.
Yep.
I mean, of course it will be.
I'm taking that as a no. There's no more questions for me.
No, I think as is, it's all good.
All right. So, what was your favorite moment in this episode?
The reaction from Bobby.
Reaction from Bobby. Yeah. Bobby's just like, the fuck?
Whoa!
What? It's like, sorry, just goes over to the pinball machine, starts playing again.
Yeah, Bobby is slowly becoming one of the best characters on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Anytime he's on screen with Ben, it's priceless. They have such a great relationship because they're both such sleazeballs, but Ben is, like, currently trying to be a good person. And Bobby, deep down, isn't a horrible person, but he just does shitty stuff. And it's a great pairing.
As it is, I'll probably have to wait and see how it is with Bobby before my feelings on him change.
Alrighty. Who's your favorite character after this episode?
The dead roadie? I don't know.
The dead guy, yeah, okay. He is pretty funny in this, though. He's like, I thought there was going to be beer here.
Yeah, all I wanted was some booze.
Just the simple fact that he couldn't put the pieces together that he probably should have gotten the heck out of there. Just
And, like, why did he just get into that, like, paper mache thing? He's like, yeah, sure, this doesn't seem like a bad idea.
It's like, how did you even end up in this situation, buddy? Why'd you... Why? Why?
the sad thing is, it was probably just a case of Wyndham going up to him and be like, "Hey, I have this little project thing, but I need you to kind of help me build a thing. Could you stand here and let me paper mache a thing around you?"
Yeah, it's
Hey, how do I
fantastic.
get out of here? You don't. Okay.
He's just like, oh, okay.
And even
Idiot.
just so sad he had to go, but it's not surprising he did. But
You're not
as
kidding.
it sort of sits with me, it's just Cooper and Annie. It's all code.
Oh, it's so cute how tragic it's going to end up being.
Yeah, so true. It's the kind of typical thing they're probably going for.
That's kind of what I'm expecting here.
Okay, so we are down to 3 episodes remaining in this season.
Yes.
Do you have any clear of an idea where we're headed?
Well, we're heading to
Somewhere wonderful and strange?
There is that.
Where's Annie?
Anyway, we're supposedly heading to the beauty pageant stuff and the
Yes.
whatnot. Things are supposedly going to happen. Not exactly sure what's going to happen, but things are going to happen.
I do have a question though. Is that chess game paused now, or just not going to continue, or is it still going?
Oh, it's still going.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think they've really shown us much of the board for how many plays have kind of been made over the
The last 2 episodes or so, we haven't really seen a whole lot of it, but it's clearly still like Wyndham's fixated on it.
lost a pawn, so
Yeah. Alrighty, so do either of you have any last minute thoughts to add about this episode?
now as it is, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the next one.
Justin?
Yep, pretty much.
Alrighty, so the next episode we'll be talking about is entitled The Path to the Black Lodge.
Only the path to it.
Yes, only the path. Any idea what that might mean?
It's either the fact that they're going to get some instruction manuals or Wyndham's going to take a step toward his plan and try to figure out how to get to that lodge.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 little pieces of information about this episode. Cooper's going to receive a message from the other side, and Donna makes a discovery on her birth certificate.
Fun.
Any idea what might happen?
Supposed subplot things involving Donna and question of whether or not it's going to be related to what Cooper's already experienced or something new.
Guess we'll have to find out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
So yes, our next episode will be The Path to the Black Lodge. Until then, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And Justin.